That's difficult because you feel yourself a victim of the pandemic. First of all, you have to understand that there are people worse off than you. So what I do is I meditate every morning and figure out who are the people who need my help. So I'll jot it down and then I will call them. And like my dance teacher, he has no job during pandemic because he cannot go out to perform. So I said, okay, do online dance classes, I'll pay for it. So that's one way of helping. Another friend who is also a dancer, he cannot dance. He has to go back to his village in the farm. So I asked him, are you okay? He said, no, I have no money to feed myself and my family. So I sent him money. So, you know, when you quieten down and you feel for others, you can get in touch with other people's needs. Then I called another friend who I asked, you know, how are you helping others in the pandemic? He says, oh, I donate to a refugee home, a Burmese refugee home. Would you like to help as well? So I ended up donating food every week to this refugee home to join him, and he would carry the food to the refugee home. So sometimes you have to ask, not just meditate. When you feel that there's something, there are others who are in need, you have to quieten down, because if you don't, these needs do not come up. You know, they are there hanging in the air. You got to energize it so that you connect with it, and then you ask and they will all come. Then you can go out and help on a more active terms. Thank you.
During this pandemic, there were a few things I did. In Cambodia, number one is I donated to Love Cambodia in Siem Reap, where they gave out food baskets and rice to people who live maybe 70 kilometers out of Siem Reap city. Then I also helped Piseth with UYA in Yoga Off the Mat, with advising young girls on job prospects and other problems in Ratana. In Hong Kong, we got an allowance. So I gave this allowance to feed Hong Kong because unbeknownst to many, there's a big hunger problem in Hong Kong. So I gave my government allowance to them. We also got another allowance for our Metro cards, and those I gave to my maids. And then I also made a monthly commitment of donations to a refuge for Filipino helpers here in Hong Kong, because a lot of them have lost their work, and a lot of them are also sick. And they have no means of going back to Philippines, so they only have the refuge.